I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Hello, community, and welcome to the Discount Action Figure Dude. I am your host, Christopher. We are back at the dojo or the temple or whatever you want to call this thing. We just did a little essay on this guy right here, and I figured since we're already set up, we might as well go ahead and knock off a few more kung fu enabled characters to save me the trouble of breaking down and setting up and doing all that other nonsense. I do kind of miss my old dojo, the homemade one. This is an Extreme Sets. Thank you, Extreme Sets. I don't know why I'm thinking them. I paid them for this, but thank you for making it. I guess I don't know. But my old dojo was just a little bit too small, and my kung fu figures are getting a little bit expansive. But anyway, all that nonsense to the side, we are here to take a look at this Mortal Kombat Liu Kang from McFarlane Toys. I had this guy sitting around in his box for a while, waiting to see the light of day, and I figure, why not now? Because heck, we're ready and all set up to look at some kung fu enabled figures, and Liu Kang knows kung fu, so let's cut this dude open. And here goes Liu Kang out of his box, surrounded by his accessories, which include a couple of hands, his nunchuckers, and a Mortal Kombat typical McFarlane stand, looking pretty good. As you can imagine, Liu Kang is going to be a little bit taller than most of the figures we have populating this space. But let's say we take a closer look at Mortal Kombat's Liu Kang. And here goes Liu Kang wearing one of his kung fu hands and putting on his nunchuckers, which were very difficult to get in. Liu Kang's hands are made out of a very, very hard plastic. And on his stand, even just regular standing, Liu Kang seems to have some difficulty, so the stand is most certainly necessary. But let's take a closer look at this guy. Looks pretty good, I think. The head sculpt is decent, if not bland. Again, this is not something that Lee's McFarlane did back then. I guess he's doing it a little bit more now. He really doesn't give you extra heads for your characters. So maybe a bit of an angry head would have been nice. I guess we have to be pleased that this guy doesn't have side eye. The hair is sculpted nicely. The band on his forehead and his hair looks good. The hair looks good. Liu Kang clearly gets his body wax on with his smooth body there. Got to love the textures on his wrist gauntlets. Those look really good. I wonder if those come off. I don't know. We'll have to see. There's really nice texture on his pants and his belt with the loops. Very well done. Very well done. Clearly the yellow pins are hideous. A little bit of black paint to cover up those yellow pins would be nice, so they won't look so bad. But otherwise, the texture there is pretty good. Pretty good for old Liu Kang. But how does Liu Kang move? I mean, he's a kung fu guy, so he has to move pretty good, right? Let's see. His legs go up so far. Let's see. Of course, he has double jointed knees, like so. They double joint pretty good. Let's see. His elbows double jointed, pretty nice. Very good. As he gets in a pose, can he strike a decent kung fu pose? Let's see. A last dragon. In case the pose that I always go to is the Bruce Leroy last dragon pose. He does it okay. He doesn't do it great, but he does it okay, mainly because his waist swivel forward is a little bit on the suspect side, but his waist swivel back is pretty good, and his waist swivel around is pretty good. Ab crunch, actually. He's ab crunch forward, I guess is what I meant to say. Ab crunch back, pretty good. He has the McFarlane butterfly joints, which seem to work pretty good. As we get this guy down with some things, can he get into a, let's see, the joints are stiff, but you know, that is to be expected with a McFarlane figure. As he gets into his, can he meditate? A little bit. He can meditate. He's tilting to the side on the meditation front, but he's giving it a shot. Head movement isn't very good. The hair is pretty much blocking any back movement without forcing it, and forward, not too much. You can go to the side, not too bad. Yeah, okay, he looks pretty good. He's doing pretty good. You know, articulation is not too bad. You know, I guess we'd like just a little more flexibility for our Kung Fu master, but he's doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good. As we mentioned, Liu Kang is going to be a bigger guy, so here's how he measures up against a classified Storm Shadow. Here's how Liu Kang measures up against the Marvel Legends Shang-Chi. Obviously, much bigger, different scales. Here's how Liu Kang measures up against a couple of ladies from G.I. Joe Origins and also from the actual Shang-Chi movie. Clearly, he's much bigger than they are, but since they are ladies, they might be able to get away. You might be able to get away with this. You might be able to. Here's how Liu Kang measures up against a Lightning series. I think that's Miguel. I still can't remember. I think it's Miguel Ninja from the Power Rangers Lightning series. And also my old school Danny Rand Iron Fist. Obviously, he's much bigger than these guys too. Much more in scale. Here goes Liu Kang measured up against my old school Capcom versus SNK figures, Ryu and Ken. They look kind of good together, actually. And I happen to have a couple of McFarlanes floating around here, so we'll take a look at how Liu Kang looks against Godspeed in my heavily modified McFarlane Bat Black. And he's a little smaller than they are, but they do look good together. They measure up well together. And there goes old Liu Kang. We picked up Liu Kang at Ross's Dress for Less for, let's see, $5. For $5, which I don't think anybody can deny is a good value. He is definitely a good looking figure. He has some nice details. His articulation maybe is a little bit stiff. We really do have to do something about those yellow pins on the black pants. I don't know why Todd couldn't have done that. Why I have to do that, Todd. But he does have decent articulation. We would like to see more articulation from our Kung Fu figures. But otherwise, he is a nice looking figure. And he will look good on my growing Kung Fu shelf. Altogether, I'd say Liu Kang here is a damn good value. Damn good value.